Welcome to Go Math Lesson 7.6. Today we are working with mixed numbers and improper fractions. So if we take a look at what a mixed number is a number that has a whole number and a fraction. And we're going to change those to just fractions. So if we think about this first one, we have 1 and an eighth. And we would know that the 1 would be broken into eighths that we're talking about anyways because our denominator is eighths. So this whole one here would be shaded in and 1/8. So if we count them up, we can see this would be 8/8 and this would be 1/8. And we've already done addition with fractions with like denominators, so we have 9/8. So if we just look at this without a picture, we can say that 1 is 8/8 because we are working in eighths, and the 1/8 equals 9/8. We also talked about a way to do this, and this may be a familiar method with parents, and that is by multiplying and adding. So we have 1 and 1/8. We're going to multiply and add, and we're going to go in this direction. We can say 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and our denominator stays the same, so 9/8. So here's 3 ways to look at it. You can make a picture, you can create ones, we know that this is 1, or we can do multiplying and adding. So let's take a look at this next one. We're talking about fifths, so the 1 would be 5/5, that's our 1, and 3/5, so we would have 8/5. Our denominator never changes, the size of our piece doesn't change. Let's do it with the multiplying method. So we have 1 and 3/5, multiply and add. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 equals 8/5. We'll do one more. Let's jump down here to this one, number 9. We have 3, so we have thirds, but we need to make 3 ones. There's 1, plus another 1, plus another 1, all in thirds because that's our denominator, and 2 thirds. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 2 thirds. So let's see. 3 groups of 3 is 9, 10, 11, 11 thirds. Let's do it with the multiplying method. So we have 3 and 2 thirds. Multiply and add. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11 thirds. And if you look at this problem down here, we said kind of in our head 3 groups of 3, or 3 times 3, just like here. And then we add on the 2, just like we did here, to end up with 11 thirds. So that's how we go from a mixed number to a fraction, or an improper fraction. Now we're going to go from the improper fraction, and when I say improper, I mean the numerator is larger than the denominator, and they also call them fractions greater than 1. So let's take a look at this one. We're going to partition out, well actually let's start with a picture. We have 11/4. So here's 4/4. Here's another 4/4, so we're up to 8/4. 9, 10, 11/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11/4. Okay, so what is this one? This is 4/4, that's 1, plus another 4/4, that gives me my 2, and I then have 3/4. So if I look at this, I have 1 and another 1, so that's 2 and 3/4. Now the way we might have done those is by dividing. We might say, how many 4s can I get out of 11? And I can get 2. 2 times 4 is 8, and 11 minus 8 is 3, and I would keep my denominator. So that's another way you might be thinking about it. We could also think about it in a partitioning kind of way like we did with division. I can pull one group of 5/5 out of here I'm using fifths because that's what my denominator is. And I have 1/5 left over. So I end up with 1 whole and 1/5. Notice we put the box around this whole to make it look like a big fat number 1 to help remind us. So we say, how many groups of 10 can I partition out of 13? Well, I can do one group of 10. And then there would be 3 tenths left. And so I would have 1 and 3 tenths. And I can check it by using the multiply and add method. So I can do 1 times 10 is 10 plus 3 equals 13. Keep my denominator tenths. I hope these tips help.